you said Dalia, and immediately, like, you brought her up a couple sentences later. I was like, Delilah, and then you're like Dahlia, and I'm like,
Well, it might be Delilah. I don't know. I could have read it wrong.
no, Dahlia is way less letters. Dahlia is
Wait,
Dalia.
is it? Oh, then I did read it wrong.
Cold Beet Soup is a podcast for casual fans who want to explore lore and fandom rabbit holes in music and gaming.
And are sad sometimes.
All right, and we're live. Welcome to Cold Beet Soup. I asked Vicky if she was ready, and she said no. And I pressed start recording.
At least you didn't press start streaming.
I almost did.
One day we should do a live stream too, so we could just answer questions.
That would be cool. I think
Mm.
once we get enough subscribers,
Right?
it's just like one person.
Hey, one person is appreciated.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, thank you for everybody that watched the ghost video. It's at like over 400 views, which is a lot for a small podcast. It's doing wonders for my anxiety, so thank you. But yeah, no, the watch time is good. Like it seems like people liked it. A couple of my
See,
friends,
it is a cult.
watched it and they're like, "Wow, where do I sign?" I actually, interestingly enough, I just bought my concert tickets today. I'm so excited.
Dang.
I'm really excited. It's my second time seeing them live. So the first time I was really close to the front. This time I did not do pit tickets. They were pretty expensive, and since I've done it before, I'm like, I'm not willing to pay that much to be that
Right.
far up. Um, and the arena, it's the same place I saw 21 Pilots at. And they're from my location, like you can see, I'm actually even closer than I was for 21 Pilots. I'm like a couple sections over. So it'll be even better, an even better vantage point. Like I could see really well, but I remember doing that one episode on the Clancy tour, like I uh could not, from my camera it looked bad. So
Are you gonna do another video after this concert?
I could. It's not gonna be until July.
Oh.
The concerts are in July.
Oh.
Yeah, their tour starts in April.
Oh.
So, yeah, so it's gonna be a while, but I think it would be cool to talk about it because it's a phone-free thing. So I won't, unless if they put official pictures out, I won't have like visual aids. So it might be more like straight up podcast where we're just talking. Um,
That works.
yeah, just because they won't allow phones, which I think is better.
Mm.
Um, I think I remember I read somewhere Tobias said I think he did it at some concert and he really liked it because honestly, every single person has their phone out for the entire
Yep.
concert.
That's with all concerts nowadays.
Yeah, and I was one of the only people that did not do that.
I liked how when we saw ABBA, they didn't allow
Oh
phones either, right?
yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah. So that was it, just like you can actually immerse yourself.
Mm.
Um Yeah, the girl standing next to me, her phone was, like, by my face, and I'm like,
Ew.
yeah, it was, and it's fine. I sang really loudly, so that's in every single one of her videos. I'm like, "You're welcome." So, but anyways, no, I think it'll be a lot better. I'm excited, and I do feel like they're gonna, probably do some cool lore stuff. I mean, it'll be the first time we'll see Papa 5. So, he likes to be very showy with the stuff like when you saw Cardinal Copia and he's all like
Mm.
Jesse.
Just like that.
Anyways, I'm excited for your topic because so for those of you that like were like me, when I asked Vicky, I was like, "Oh yeah, what are you covering this week?" And she's like, Steam Powered Giraffe. And I was like, is that a game?
Yeah,
I
she literally
had
wrote that.
no idea what it was. She's like, no, it's a band. I was like, oh. And then I remember working on the thumbnail and like looking it up, and I was like, what is this? I was so confused.
So I heard about them from a friend back in the day, like years
Uh-huh.
ago when I was like younger, like young
When I
mind,
was full of hope.
Yeah, when I had hopes and dreams.
Honestly,
And yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I had a Happy Meal today, and in that moment, I did feel like a kid again. It was nice. It didn't last very long, but it was nice.
Yeah.
Especially the chocolate milk. It's so like going up to the drive-through and they're them being like, "Hi, would you like to order?" And I'm like, do you guys still have those Mario Kart toys?" And there's like no one else in the car with me. It's just me. And she's like, "Yup." And I'm like, "Cool. I'd like a Happy Meal." And I was like, "I have chocolate milk." And she's like, "Okay. Do you need anything else?" I'm like, "I don't know. Therapy? Like what? You guys offer that?"
They're like, actually, we do.
She's like, "Hold to the side."
Someone hops in your car while you're eating the Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Have a chat.
Like, when did this start?
Well, you
But
see.
yeah, it all started when I was 8 years old. Just make some shit up. No, it's fine. But yeah, it did help for a little bit. So,
That's
and I
good.
realized after I sent you that picture that there's stickers that come with it and you could put stickers on the carts. So I got Bowser and I have like a little Bowser sticker on my cart.
Aw.
Yeah. And you can swap the wheels around, which is pretty cool. Looks like I gotta go back, try that out.
Get all of them.
Oh my god, imagine they're
And
like,
they're
"Oh,
like, oh, you're back again.
you're like
Happy
chocolate milk
Meal?
again?" Imagine. Anyways, let's talk about Steam Powered Giraffe. I'm excited to hear about this group that I've never heard of. Let me
Surprise.
see.
Imagine I pull it up, it's about a whole different topic.
Dude, that would be crazy. Well, it was interesting because I couldn't find a lot of pictures when we were talking about that thumbnail and I just had like the musicians and then it was the like inventor people. It was actually hard
Yeah.
to find some pictures.
I
Um
do want to bring up before I do 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 do.
meow 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 meow
So the
meow meow meow.
artist for all the pictures you'll see is Bunny Bennett.
Okay.
I'm just making sure nothing. Okay,
Here, let
Bunny.
me make it bigger. Wait, so you're really big. Okay, well, I could not read that. It's also not focused on them at all. I don't know if you can see your camera, but it's like not
I'm trying to
focusing.
see, but
It hates you. It's putting it closer makes it worse. 100%.
okay. So it's Bunny Bennett, Bunny
Uh-huh.
Bennett. So if anybody wants to look him up,
We'll link it in the description.
yeah. Let me. Yeah.
You can send it to
Just rem-
me later or now,
yeah. Just
whatever.
or
So
okay.
you don't
Hold
forget.
on.
So I don't forget. And Bunny
Copy.
will somehow find out about this episode randomly and be like, "What the hell?"
That's my art.
Yeah, that would be bogus. It is really cool. Um,
Yeah, because I got the information from the official website
uh-huh.
for Steam Powered Giraffe.
Mhm.
So this isn't like, oh, Redditor said this, a Redditor said that. This is like
Yeah.
their story. I'm disclaimer, I'm not going over because there's also a timeline and stuff about just random stuff like let me read like one off just randomly. Uh 2001 Windows X releases the robots are successfully upgraded and to be compatible with it, stuff like that. I wasn't gonna.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what that means,
Yeah,
to
you'll
be
understand once
honest.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go over the
Like,
backstory of how like the
Yeah.
robots are created and whatnot. So
Yeah.
our story begins with these three people.
From the thumbnail. Yay.
Yeah. But just a quick note, the band itself started in 2008 in San Diego, California, and they describe their music themselves as a musical act that combines robot, puppetry, ballet, comedy, projection, and music. So
Wow.
that's the music wise. Like if you listen to some of their songs, you could see it. It's very performative and
Hmm.
whatnot. So
Are
we
they
have
still,
it.
sorry, are they still active
No.
now? Or,
Um,
oh my gosh, and I feel like I should know this because I feel like I looked them up on Spotify and then, I don't know, I had an ADD moment, I guess, and I forgot,
it
latest
says they're still
release.
active.
Yeah, they have latest release. Okay, well, my Spotify just froze, so that's
Yeah, the
2024. Oh, wow. So they actually,
like
it's been
members have
4
changed.
years. Yeah, but it's been
Yeah.
4 years. So their last one was in 2020, and now they have this. So this is fairly recent. Heist Ahoy. Wow, that's cool. Oh, and they're on
I think
tour.
I think I heard of them in like 2012, 2011, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. So in the middle we have Dalia.
Mm-hmm.
To the right we have Thaddeus, and to the left we have Peter.
Shotty got the fatty. So-
So all three of them are part of a society known as the Cava Cavalcadium.
okay.
That's the symbol to the left. That's like the symbol of the society.
Oh my gosh, I was so
It's
curious what that was because it's floating by Peter's head, and I was
mhm.
wondering, like, I was like, what is this? Is this like an AI or something? So,
Well, what's cool
Cada
about yeah,
Cadalier
Cavalcadium.
Cavalcadium. Okay.
It's an elusive organization of great minds working together in the fields of science, arcana, alchemy, and art. And it was created in I always say that 1874.
Nice.
So this story goes back all the way to the 1800s. If you look at the picture, she's a chemist.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the chemistry, he and
I
him
see the
both.
chemistry. Yes. Sorry.
The audio listeners don't see it.
It's a beaker with a liquid in it that's
Yeah, there we
glowing.
go.
For the audience, do you see the
I forgot how to
chemistry?
say beaker. I'm like, yeah, the
So yeah, she's holding chemistry in her hand. That's okay. I've been watching Breaking Bad, so that's actually why I knew. I've been
oh, I
rewatching the
try to
show.
I try to like that show. I just couldn't get into it.
I think the thing is, actually a lot of shit happens in the beginning.
Mm,
But I think the storytelling, I think is a bit, it's different type of storytelling because they don't necessarily show you. They show you kind of the end first. So you're
mm,
like, what the like why is Walter in his underoos in the desert by a trailer? Like they start an episode like that and then of course they lead up to it later and provide all the context and all that. So the storytelling is a bit different, like it jumps around and I think that
mm,
can be I can understand that putting people off in the beginning because they're like, "Wait, what does this mean?" Like why are they showing this?
right.
I'm just rewatching it cuz it's been a long time since I've seen it and for some reason my Max app on my phone just crashes immediately cuz I like to watch
Oh.
stuff while I cook.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. But I wanted to watch House of the Dragon and yeah, my phone was like,
And
"No."
Max was like, no.
Yeah, it's like, "No, you're not." There's actually a couple shows I want to watch on Max and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm rewatching Doctor Who on Max.
"Oh, that's on Max?" Okay.
The like the newer Doctor is on Disney Plus, but the old, like from
Oh, the
2005,
old.
not the
Okay.
old like 60s and whatever,
Yeah.
from 2005, the reboot. Um, well,
With
not
like
reboot,
David
but
Tennant? Wait, that's
yeah, with like
2005?
David Tennant and stuff. Yeah,
Why did I think 2009?
no,
Because
it's
it's that one guy that
2005 or
nobody really liked, then David
yeah,
Tennant, then
yep.
Matt Smith, then
Mm-hmm.
Scottish guy?
Yeah, the Peter. I don't remember his last name.
Yeah, that's where I stopped is on the Scottish guy.
Mm,
So I still have quite a bit. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that was on Max.
mm.
Um anyway,
Anywho, back
sorry,
to the
major tangent. What do we start with? Chemistry? Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So Thaddeus is holding, as you can see, it's green,
hmm
and Peter's holding, or it's floating, and it's blue. Those are important.
So for the
The
audio
colors.
listeners, what is that green thing or will it be explained later?
I'll explain in a bit. I just
Okay.
wanted to point out, like, from the art, how,
Okay.
like,
So for those that cannot see, it kind of looks like he's holding it almost looks like kind of like a trident type thing, but it
yeah.
has like a
Mm-hmm.
green electrical charge in the middle. And
Mm-hmm.
then the blue thing by Peter's head, it kind of looks like it's like it's like a little
A gear.
floating gear. Yeah,
Yeah.
a glowing floating gear.
Mm-hmm.
Our one audio
So
listener's like, "Oh, thank God."
I was so worried. So Peter and Thaddeus were both scientists and inventors, and they've known each other for years. And then they met uh, Dalia, and Dalia was a chemist,
hmm
and they both were in love with her. So this is a love story for the ages.
Ooh.
So Thaddeus and Peter used their inventions to try to woo Dalia. It started off as a friendly rival, but it grew until Thaddeus discovered something called green matter. That's the green. Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's an unstable power source, and it's too mysterious to use. Peter was against it. A lot of people were against it because it's very unstable. But Peter was jealous that Thaddeus discovered it.
Mm.
So
Uh-oh.
I couldn't find good pictures.
Yo! What is the slide?
I was like, this will work.
I like that you like didn't even remove the background for the elephant. You're like, eh,
No.
it's fine. Same with the giraffe too. That's crazy. But those are the two robots that we saw in the thumbnail, no? Are they
Well, not
inspired?
the. I looked up bronze elephant, and,
Mhm.
and
Oh
what did
my
I look up
god.
for the giraffe? Robot giraffe.
Oh my those
I am
eyes are
t-
haunting.
I am top tier PowerPoint maker. Okay.
Yeah, I the pictures aren't even the same size. Yo, this is if any of our viewers are in college, this is the type of work you submit and you will get an A.
I did. Okay.
You submitted something like that? Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
One of my PowerPoints, my professor uses it for classes as a because it
Was
was
it
a.
this one? Like, look
I
at how
actually
she
talked about Steve Powered Giraffe in college, and I'm just
imagine.
reading.
I've talked about Tupac
I
in college.
first year of college, I did a whole like paper on hip hop,
Yeah.
but
So steam
no, it
powered giraffe's not
was.
that far off. Which
So
is just a
at the
connection.
next
Sorry. Yeah, yeah, cut me off.
at
Cut
the
me off.
next at the next convention, because they had conventions where they show off inventions and all that.
hmm
Thaddeus used his green matter and created a copper African elephant. That's what we got there.
Wow. So real.
But it was controlled by humans. So, like, green matter was used, but like the controls were like a human was in there.
hmm
Okay. After this, Peter and Thaddeus were no longer friends because this almost won Dahlia's heart since she loves African animals.
Wow. He's
Yeah.
slick. He's got
hmm
the riz.
But to outshine Thaddeus, Peter created a steam powered robot draft. So I Googled steam powered robot draft. Nothing came up. So I had to do the robot draft. And that's what we got there.
What? What about the
it,
thumbnail ones?
that's used later.
Oh, they're
I don't
not the
want to read.
same?
No, these are just Google images. Like,
Wait, but they're not like the same animals referenced?
no, no, it's the same animals.
Oh, okay.
The giraffe stood 136 feet high,
Damn.
but he didn't want to use the green matter to power it since it was dangerous. So what did he do? Boop. You see the blue? He discovered blue matter.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. He also created three humanoid robots that can sing and play instruments without human control.
Wow.
This
Wait,
was all
so
created.
uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead.
So no, I'm curious about okay, so green matter powers the elephant, blue
Mhm.
matter powers the giraffe. Green
Yes.
matter is more unstable than blue matter.
Yes.
Okay, I'm tracking.
Um, this was all the humanoids were created in his mansion in
Hmm.
1896 in
Okay.
San Diego, California. They were built to serenade Dalia.
And are they also powered by blue matter? I think.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and they play and sing instruments without human control. So unlike Thaddeus, who had his robot is powered by green matter and humans are controlling
Hmm.
it. Peter's like, hold my beer, and
Yeah. Wait, so if they're not under human control, they're just
AI,
like sentient AI.
like
Okay.
AI, yeah.
I wonder if at some
Um,
point they're just like, man, we're not even getting paid. And they just like quit.
they they start
Like,
a union.
yeah, they unionize and then they're like, we need better conditions. And
Imagine.
I mean,
Uh,
could happen.
Thaddeus, in retaliation to this, like trying to like serenade Dahlia and stuff, Thaddeus installed a large phonograph on the back of his copper elephant. Man, I should have edited, put a little shocking stop
Not even
image.
edited, just a picture of a phonograph with the
Yeah.
background still and just put it on its butt.
So yeah, he installed a large phonograph on the back of his copper elephant. It malfunctioned and put off a sonic blast that was dangerous, and from that he was banished from the society. So there goes
Dang.
Thaddeus, like bye bye. So Peter thought he won and was going to declare his love for Dahlia, but him and Thaddeus, because of this rivalry,
Huh.
failed to notice that she was deathly ill. That she was
Dang,
like sick.
no way. Damn, so she just dies instead?
Yeah, before he could show her everything, she passes away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
That's crazy. Damn. That's that
So,
Animal Crossing clown meme looking in the mirror.
yeah, right?
For real.
So, you like this elephant? This one's cooler.
Yeah,
It's pixelated.
that one's like scary actually.
Yeah.
That's like a I could see that in World War IV maybe, I don't know. Robot elephants.
Or in this universe, it's
Yeah, I don't know.
1800s or early 1900s.
Dang.
So instead of dealing with the reality of Dahlia's death, he uh, Peter threw himself back into his work. He experimented with the blue matter on one of his robots and opened a rift to another plane of reality. So
Wow.
there's that.
That is Delulu is not the Salulu. He's like, I can't
well,
have her here. I'm gonna go to another place where she's still alive.
well, same as Peter, Thaddeus was empty because Dahlia was gone, but instead of throwing himself into his work, he turned to violence.
Nice.
So the green matter comes from the rock candy, like mine. It's called rock candy mine. I think
Okay.
of the candy,
Like
but
Pop Rocks? Like the ones that explode in your
no,
mouth?
no. Have you seen rock candy before? They sell it like it's like a stick with like crystallized.
Oh, yeah, yeah, crystallized stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I have
yeah.
seen those.
So yeah, I don't know. It's called rock candy. The mines.
Mhm.
They're usually harvested by
Children.
tag art.
Children that
Yeah,
yearn.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, 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 yeah. Children
Yeah. What's tag art?
mining away. Uh, let me finish the whole
Hi ho,
sentence.
hi ho, it's off to work we go. Da, 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 da.
I'm
Sorry, I'm sorry.
tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Tag art, Bab Clocks, Daddy Candy Corporate, or sorry, Dandy Candy
The
Corporation.
candy is crazy.
Not Daddy Candy, Dandy Candy.
Yeah, I know what the intro's gonna be for this video. That's a Freudian slip of 2024.
No, Dandy Daddy, same thing.
uh, let's just move on. I don't like where this is going.
So,
Can I hop into a different reality?
where Dandy Daddy is around.
Oh no. I just a different reality where this podcast.
Anywho, Thaddeus' access to it was cut off after the incident with the phonograph,
Mhm.
so he's gonna get it back by force. The green matter.
Nice. You so you can use that elephant?
Yeah, he used an army of
Nice.
elephant war machines.
I like
So
it.
the copper African elephants were fueled by green matter and controlled by humans, but the humans inside of the elephants changed by working closely with the green matter. They became shadows of their former selves. Pulseless, zombified, fused into
Ooh.
the mechanics of the robot.
Mhm. Dangerous.
Thaddeus thought he could use this necromantic property of the green matter to repossess Dahlia's Dalia back into her
Oh.
dead body.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Whew. Oh
nice art, huh?
my. I've seen this one actually when I was looking for other stuff and I was like,
Mm.
don't know what that's about. I just moved on.
So while this was all happening, while Thaddeus was going cuckoo, Peter just continued to make robots until he got a visitor. Like he's had multiple visitors try to convince him to come join the fight and stop Thaddeus,
Mhm.
but he got a visitor, the final one that came to his mansion that convinced him to join the fight against Thaddeus. So
Okay.
he joined up. In the picture you have from left to right, you have Rabbit on the left,
Mhm.
the spine in the middle, and Hatchworth on the right.
Are any of those the ones that convinced him to join or
No, no, no. Those are just the robots. He retrofitted his existing creations with tools of death and knowledge on how to use it.
so who convinced him to join? Just a robot?
Uh, let me see. No, not a robot, a person.
Oh.
I don't remember. I don't think there
Oops.
was a name, but let me double check.
Oh. No, it's just interesting like excuse me, story-wise when someone if like no one else can convince a person to do something but one person does, like you
Mm.
would think they would explain who that person is. Uh but there's a lot of very interesting components to the story that, if that's not elaborated on, I'd be like, okay, because there's just like there's a lot of wild stuff that happens in this world. Um
Yeah. Um, for the person, it just says the stranger wore a long brown coat, hid his face, and was difficult to say no to. And that's
Ooh.
it.
Spicy.
There's no like,
Yeah.
oh, his name was blah blah blah.
Yeah. Okay. Some stranger.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yay.
So the battle went on for 3 days. At the end, Peter and his robots liberated the rock candy mines.
Woohoo.
After the battle, Peter worked on his robots to get them back to their original programming, making music. They
Nice.
premiered at the first World's Fair of 1915 in San Diego, California, under the name P.A. Walters, because Peter's name, uh, Peter, I don't know the A, and
Huh.
Walters is his last name,
Okay.
Steam Man Band.
Nice.
So throughout the years, the robots' musical career was severed many times as they served in like different wars for mankind, like World War I, World War II, Vietnam. But after those major wars, the robots could finally exist in peace and focus on music.
Nice.
And that's where we
Yeah,
go from. And later they're renamed to Steam Powered Giraffe.
I remember reading about those robots in my textbooks at school.
Right?
Okay, that's cool. So that's like the context for the band.
Yeah, that's their lore. That's the backstory.
Yeah, yeah,
And then like throughout the years, like I said, they had like 1997, the robots were marketed as a boy band. It failed horribly.
yeah.
1998, the robots were successfully upgraded to be compatible with Windows 95, stuff like that.
That's funny. That's funny
Yeah.
that they upgrade them with the Windows operating
Mm.
systems. I like that. That's really cool. And they
Mm.
started, you said, in 2009 or
2008, I
8?
believe.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah, 2008.
Dang. So it's been a minute.
Mm. But yeah,
What the
that's what happened.
This kid sounds like a monkey. Like he's like, it sounds like he's going. I was like, what the?
He's going what?
Like,
I can't hear anything. Like
oh,
you're not making any noise.
my mic cuts it out.
Because all I see
Yeah.
is you go.
Just imagine monkey sounds.
Try
Oh,
again.
Rocky. You could see him in the camera.
You just see him start puking.
No, I don't know
What?
if it'll work because it's a higher. It's like, what?
I'm not doing
He's
anything.
like, I'm king of the rock. Wait, so that's the whole lore? That's short.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
Congratulations, mama.
your mom's. That is definitely gonna be heard. Uh, I can tell you right now. What she said, I'm home. Is that
Yeah.
what she said? That's so funny.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I was
I
too
have
busy
these are
jumping. Noise canceling. I
yeah.
should get noise. These aren't even. These are like. I mean, I got them from Amazon. They're.
I got these were like $200, but I got them years ago.
These are like 20 or 30 or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
used to
Like,
have a pair of those when I first like got my laptop and stuff.
yeah. I don't know, because now since I have this,
Mm.
I'm like, it doesn't really matter
Well,
because I
yeah,
just need to
before
hear.
I wanted something that can I can turn on and off because you see it's red, that means the mic's off.
Yeah.
And I wanted wireless because I don't like, I want to be
What?
able
You
to
don't
walk
like
around.
tripping over?
No.
No, I like I only like wired because of the stability. That's it. It's the IT in me. Um, but yeah, that was my thing. I was like, well, I have a mic, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
That's so short. I wanted more. I want to like want to know about the band. So like, do they feel so empty? I'm
Well,
so sad. Okay, so basically the war ended and wait, so Thaddeus and Peter are just like chill now and work on the
uh
band together? I just need some closure.
Thaddeus and his green matter infused minions were imprisoned and his robots dismantled.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
he's just in prison forever now?
And like Peter
Damn.
spent the rest of his days trying to help his robots forget the battles and return them to the original programming.
Mm.
Mm.
So the band members themselves, do they represent any of the characters or are they or no, they are they the ones that Peter made for
Yeah, Peter.
Dalia? Okay.
Yeah, the ones that sing, and
Yeah.
because he created them to serenade her, and
Yeah.
like so playing
But she's
songs in her
dead,
sleep.
so now they have no purpose.
Well, no, they perform.
I'm just kidding. They
It's like, guess
perform
we
for
gotta die
us.
too.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
perform for us now instead.
Mm,
Okay. That makes sense. So they always focus on the core three people,
mm.
robots.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I don't know why I thought there would be more to the story. I was like waiting for, I don't know.
That was a interesting story though. Like
It was.
when it comes to lore for a band,
Yeah. It's pretty like, it spans a long period of time.
yeah, from
Um,
1800s to now,
to now.
late
Yeah.
1800s.
It's more broad though, which is fair
Mm,
because they're covering such a large period of time. But it makes
mm.
sense how, like, you know, because when did that war end? Technically, it was like 1915.
They started performing at the World Fair in 1915.
Okay, yeah.
So it was before then. Let me see if I
Before
can get
then.
an exact.
Yeah. So, but just the thought process I'm having with that is they've been, the war
Like
ended
1897 it ended around,
oh,
I guess.
so that in theory, in the lore world, they've been performing for like generations,
Mhm.
which is cool. I did watch, I think, one video. Um, it wasn't for me, but I think my thing is like I'm not a big fan of like parody music or like
Mm.
when comedians, especially when
Was it
comedians,
Diamonds?
I don't even know. It was some guy talking about a captain and I I don't know. I was like, "Oh, the song is 7 minutes." And it's a lot of it was like
I'll send you
talking.
the my favorite song by them.
Okay. Yeah, and that's like a me thing. I know some people really like comedians that sing, like that do singing bits. The only time I ever liked that was Bo Burnham's 2020
Ah,
special.
yes.
That is
Mhm.
it. Even other Bo Burnham stuff I didn't really like. I was like okay with it, but that 2020 special, I actually was like, okay, I jive with this. But other times, like when comedians do music stuff, I'm like, ugh, I just don't like it. But I
When that
know.
when that
Mhm.
Bo Burnham one came out and he sung the I'm turning 30, turning 30, turning, it was like I think it came out when I was turning 30, so
Yeah, it's a great
it's like
song. I like the what's that Instagram one? White girls on
oh
white
yeah.
woman on Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
one's good too.
God. An avocado. Something about fuzzy socks and shit like that. I was like, oh my God, that's so funny.
Mm,
Very accurate. Yeah, that's just not my thing. So yeah, again with like parody, because I know there's like parody bands, kind of comedy type bands. It's
mm,
not I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know why. Guess I don't know why I don't like it. It just doesn't like it's not my style. But
fair enough.
everyone's different. Like and
Yeah.
obviously there's a huge market for it because there's lots of comedians that like that's most of their thing is like musical comedy or even those bands like Steam Powered Giraffe, like they have a big following. You know, so it's not like people don't like it. I think a lot of people do. And I'm the weirdo, so
You are.
that's okay. I'm used to it though. Like I'm fine with that.
Start crying.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. I still I feel like I haven't processed it at all. But I don't know, in general, like today, I just feel like I didn't process a lot. So
That's
I
such a
don't know.
mood.
Yeah. Yeah. Today, yeah. Like I waited in line for so long to vote just to find out that my registration somehow didn't go through, even though I did it at the DMV. So then I registered right then and there. And that's when they told me, "Oh, but you're not in this precinct. Your voting place is actually at like some elementary school." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "Well, you could go there and vote, or you could just vote here and do like a provincial. See, I don't even remember. But I was like,
Mm.
I'll just do it here because I'm already here. I know it'll be counted later or whatever. Like, I don't care. It'll still be counted. That's fine. Because I hadn't eaten yet, and it was like 1:30 p.m. And I was like, I just need to do this. Um, the electronic ballot was cool. I don't remember if I did that the last time, but it's cool that you get to sit at the little machine, just like press stuff, and it's like, "Beep, beep, beep," and then it prints it out for you. And I'm like, whoa, that's sick.
Whoa, technology.
Yeah, it was cool. Um, then I got my little sticker that says I voted, which I didn't wear because I don't even know why I took one. I was like, I'm not gonna wear this. I think it was an anxiety thing where he's like, you could take a sticker if you want, and I was like, yes, because if I don't, I will offend you personally.
Right? Yeah.
Like, even though that doesn't make sense. So yeah, when I had to do that special voting extra, there's like a couple extra, you have to fill out like an extra form, and one of them says the date, and I was like, "What day is it?" He's like, "It's the
Yeah, like
5th."
today you were like, "Oh wait, today's the day we're filming?"
Yeah, I just like after I had McDonald's, I went to the store and like I like walked there because I have a grocery store not that far, and I was like, you know what? It's nice out. Let me just like some fresh air.
Can't relate. It's been pouring rain here.
Oh, that sucks. This morning it
Yeah.
was like foggy, so it looked spooky. It was like so
Mm.
foggy, I couldn't see the parking garage, and it's like 6 stories. And I was like, "Oh, where is it? It's hiding. Oh, I might hit it." It's like, "Ooh,
Peekaboo.
ooh, surprise! Guess I'm not going to work." But it was so funny because it cleared up like by the time I left. It was sunny and it was like 70. So it was great. But yeah, so
Damn.
I walked to the store because it's not that far. And just bought a couple stuff and I came back and I was like, I need to just not think about stuff. So I watched Abbott Elementary, which is an amazing show by the way. I watched some of season 4 because that's coming out right now. And I was like, oh, I can work on this lab. And I was like working on this cyber lab, and that's when you messaged me, and I was like, huh? Like I'm glad I made the thumbnail already. Like I didn't I was like,
Yeah,
man, I'm ahead of time. Like I'm
yeah.
being punctual. Like I didn't even that's crazy. But yeah, next week I did find actually today I decided I drilled down on Melee because Melee is such a it's a broad topic. So
Mm.
and there's some content out there already, so I didn't want to like replicate what other people have talked about. So I think one I think it'll be interesting, I hope, because Melee has existed for over 20 years and the fan base, it's
Damn, that
so,
long?
yeah, it's a GameCube game, dude. It was like
Damn.
2001, I want to say,
Back in
maybe.
my day.
And I have a hard copy.
Did you know that we were born in the 1900s?
So you need to get off TikTok, bro. I'm telling you, I'm worried about you. Like, genuinely
Skippity
concerned.
toilet.
Dude, actually, as I was watching Abbott, they were doing an episode, like a Halloween episode, and they were reading a story, and the kid's like, cool, do Skibbity Toilet next. And I was like, bye. Bye. I don't want to hear it. That's crazy.
But for real though, we were born in the 1900s.
Yes. I have my candlesticks right here.
Bro, We were born in the late 1900s. Think about it.
You don't have to say it like that, okay? It's been a tough week already. I don't need that rhetoric. It's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna talk about um why Melee is so popular still. I think there's several reasons. So it'll be very interesting. I don't know how much you know about the. Probably I've talked your ear off about it at some point. When someone asks me about Smash Brothers, I'm like, let me tell you about Super Smash Brothers Melee. And if they're just like, Jesus Christ, I just asked you one question. It's been 20 minutes and you
honestly,
haven't shut up about it.
honestly, I don't think I know much about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited to talk about it. I've kept up with the competitive scene for, I want to say it's been like a decade now. Uh,
Yeah.
in the beginning, I was like really like every single tournament. I knew who was like I kept up with like tournaments and I played a lot. I'm still not great. That's another thing is like the skill level is very high. I could beat any casual pretty easily, but like if I were to compete in a tournament, I would bodied. Even like a local tournament, I would still get bodied. That's like how good people are. Um but yeah, in the beginning like I watched all the tournaments, I knew all the players, their stats, all that stuff. And then like as I was living overseas and stuff with the time difference and like it
Hmm.
was just hard to keep up. So I would like watch sometimes. When I was in Sweden, I watched a couple. The things that sucks is like the top 8 is always on like Sunday night, which is like
Hmm.
3 a.m. my time. So I would usually watch later. I would keep up with top 8. Um, so and even now, I know there's been a couple tournaments. I missed some. Ludwig did a tournament, not
Yeah,
that long,
I know
a
about
while
that.
back. So that was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, we'll talk about that sort of stuff, but like a more because I think a lot of people have talked about like the competitive scene, like in depth, like players that were really good and how that evolved. So I think that area is covered pretty well.
Hmm.
So I'll mention it a little bit, but I feel like I want to talk about it on like a more the game itself. Like why
Hmm.
has a game like this with like not that much backstory in the game, right? Like it's just like you're a bunch of Nintendo characters fighting, but why is there such a rich history? Why is there such a big following? Like, I think his lore is, I don't know. I also thought about that. I was like, does that even apply to the podcast? That's what I was worried about. And that's why it took me so long to land on a topic was like, is this gonna, does this fall into our realm? Too late. I decided on it. So it's happening.
That
So I
works.
hope so. I don't know. I mean, it is lore, kind of. It's melee
We make
lore.
our own rules. This is our podcast.
That's right. Well, it's like the lore of the competitive scene. Um, I think the competitive scene of Melee or like Melee as a game lasting for so long is a very interesting backstory
Hmm.
that like most games don't have that, if any, that I can think of, especially competitive fighting games. So
That reminds me. So when it's my turn, I'm going to talk about potatoes and their use of instrument lore throughout the years.
their use of what?
Instruments.
Potatoes?
Yes.
Okay. I don't understand like
Exactly.
wait, so potatoes can be used as instruments or
Everything can be used as an instrument if you think about it.
okay. I don't know if you're trolling or not. I'm genuinely not sure what just happened.
We'll find out
I'm
when it's my
scared.
turn. You're like, okay, what's the thumbnail about? I'll be like, a potato.
I'll just write, "Help me, please." My cousin has lost her mind.
Yeah, I've lost my mind a while ago.
I mean, I guess it is music lore if it's related to music. I don't know. I'm trying to be supportive, but I'm just really confused. I don't know if this is like some joke that I just don't understand because I'm old or something. Like, I don't know.
I'm older than you.
I know, but you're like with the youth. I like say stuff that was trending a month ago, 2 months
Yeah,
ago.
that is true.
I feel cool for using that part. I don't think
What part?
anybody's. No, it's like a response. Like, period. You say that part. Don't give me that look. Oh no. Don't give me that
Yeah,
look.
that part.
So people don't say that anymore? I can't keep up. It's too quick.
Or you're just getting older.
It never changed that fast when we were growing up though. Like,
Yeah, because of the lines of communication by the time the dial up went on, you know.
yeah, I think that's a good thing though. Like it's I think I am genuinely curious like what the studies are going to show on people's like attention spans especially.
Mm,
Cuz that's really bad.
mm.
It has a really bad effect on your brain. These iPad kids I'm concerned. But don't worry, we'll all be dead soon.
Yeah.
We're going to destroy this planet. Don't
Yep.
worry. Great at it. Have a good night,
Peace.
everyone. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Sorry, it was like 20 minutes of lore and like 30 minutes of just yapping. Um, hopefully you guys
About
enjoyed it
random
though.
stuff.
But random stuff. I mean, it is a podcast after all. Like we
Yeah.
are allowed to just talk. So, but yeah, Steam Powered Giraffe just released a new album. They're not sponsoring us. I don't know why I'm advertising them.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you like the band and you didn't know. Well, if you like the band, you probably would know by now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I thought it was interesting. I like it. I like the artwork a lot by Bunny Bennett.
Bennett. Hmm.
Bennett. Okay. Because no joke. You said Dahlia, and immediately like you brought her up a couple sentences later. I was like Delilah, and then you're like Dahlia, and I'm like,
Well, it might be Delilah. I don't know. I could have read it wrong.
no, Dahlia is way less letters. Dahlia is
Wait,
Dalia.
is it? Oh, then I did read it wrong.
Hey there, Dahlia. What's it like in your?
Wait, it is Delilah, isn't it? Yeah, it is Delilah.
Oh, it's what you did to me. Yeah, I was like, Dahlia's a cool name.
No, it's Delilah. I just read it wrong.
Well, on that note, I think it's a good time to
Someone's
stop
gonna comment
record.
and be like, "You're saying."
Don't record a podcast if you don't know how to pronounce the names.
I can't pronounce shit half the time anyway.
I it is pretty entertaining. I think it's like for some words, I'm trying to think of the ones where it's like hard consonants or something like that, where your brain just like doesn't
Yeah,
do it.
what
I don't
happens?
know what happens. I was like, I'll be sitting there. I'm like, what? English is hard though. Like English
It
doesn't make
is.
sense.
Mm.
Did you ever have to take ESL as a kid?
What's that?
English as a second language? It's like extra, like in school.
No,
Yeah,
I just
so
learned it on the streets.
on the mean streets of the suburbs, throwing up gang signs to the ice cream man. Whoa, thug life. Um, I ESL, I took it, I think kindergarten, first grade, maybe second grade. But I had
Mhm.
a teacher, shout out Miss Icorn. She's like,
What a
what the
name.
f-? She's like, what the f-? I don't know you. Um, but you do like you learn. I remember I had to learn grammar, especially. I did really bad at grammar because it's so hard. But yeah, you just like it's extra learning to make sure you know
Yeah,
the language.
I'm really bad with spelling. Thank God for autocorrect.
Yeah. Well, even the spelling doesn't make sense. Because the
Hmm?
like Lithuanian is a phonetic, or yeah, phonetic. It's how it sounds, and the same with the spelling. It's like how it sounds. That's just how you spell it out. You don't have to think about it. Same with Russian. You sound out the letters, and that's how it's written.
Mm.
English is not like that, so it doesn't make any sense. Arabic is fun because they don't write their vowels.
Oh,
Hmm. Well, you can do like dashes above and below, but a lot of the times you don't see that in
all
writing.
right.
So
Hmm.
just gotta know. Fun stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy your election week. Stay
By the time this
s-
comes out, shouldn't we know who the president is by then? Because
maybe.
it depends, right?
It depends on
Yeah.
recounts and stuff.
Mm.
Especially the swing states, they might want some. They might ask for recounts. There's like I haven't followed. I will say I haven't followed that legislation very closely, but some of the states have implemented different laws to make counting easier or harder.
Mm.
So that can also, slow down the counting. And I mean, the polls don't even close for a while. Polls aren't even closed yet, so I don't
No,
think
they're
they.
still open.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a while. So we will see how it goes. We might have an idea by Thursday. We might not. But anyways, if not, just have a happy meal and it'll just make you feel better. I
Yes.
promise you.
Hmm.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye. See you later.